Hello and welcome to the program. You're watching the Daily V News and the stories for today.
The party Politburo on April the 26th met in Hanoi and gave opinions on the socio-economic situation in the first 4 months of the year. The ASEAN Defense Senior Officials Meeting Plus in Cambodia agreed on many measures to improve regional defense and security. A program to introduce culture of the Northwestern region is taking place in Hanoi from April the 26th to 30th.
Singaporean President Tony Tan Keng Yam toured the southern province of Bình Dương on April 26th as part of his state visit to Vietnam.
The provincial official said President Yam's visit is an important landmark in Vietnam and Singapore's comprehensive friendship, especially for Bình Dương. The province houses the first Vietnam-Singapore industrial park, which is considered a symbol of the effective cooperation between the two countries. Bình Dương leaders also pledged to continue creating the best possible conditions for Singaporean invested projects to ensure they run smoothly. President Yam noted that more Vietnamese Singaporean industrial parks have been opened in Hai Phong City, the northern province of Bắc Ninh, and the central province of Quảng Ngãi, following the success of the industrial park in Bình Dương. A total of 465 investors have pledged to invest in the 4 Vietnamese Singaporean industrial parks, of whom 313 have received license with total investment of $5.28 billion. The projects have created jobs for 110,000 workers and contributed a great deal to the local economy.
The party Politburo on April 26th met in Hanoi and gave opinions on the socio-economic situation in the first 4 months of the year. Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng chaired the event.
Bùi Quang Vinh, Minister of Planning and Investment, delivered a report saying that the country's socio-economic situation made progress in line with set targets. Measures to control inflation and stabilise the macroeconomy continued to prove effectiveness, resulting in a low increase in the Consumer Price Index and growth in production and business despite difficulties. Export value was estimated to increase 22.1% over the same period last year, and social security and welfare were ensured. However, economic growth in the first quarter was only 4%, lower than the same period last year and the fourth quarter of 2011. The number of dissolved enterprises and bad debts rose. Participants agreed to continue pursuing targets on controlling inflation, stabilising the macroeconomy, and ensuring social welfare. Many opinions said efforts should be focused on easing difficulties for enterprises, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises. They urged acceleration of restructuring the economy following the conclusion of the third conference of the Party Central Committee. They also said that it is necessary to focus resources on agricultural and rural development, as well as farmers, to implement social welfare policies and pay attention to urgent social matters such as preventing crime and reducing traffic accidents and congestion.
The ASEAN Defense Senior Officials Meeting Plus in Cambodia on April 26th agreed on many measures to improve regional defense and cooperation on matters of security.
The Vietnamese delegation to the meeting was led by Deputy Minister for National Defense, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Chí Vịnh. At the meeting, the participants agreed to increase the frequency of the ASEAN Defense Minister Meeting Plus to every 2 years instead of every 3 at present, in the interests of each nation as well as for regional peace and stability. They highlighted the importance of the ADMM Plus to regional security, and ASEAN's partner countries supported the central role the bloc plays in this cooperation mechanism. On maritime security, including the EC, the participants emphasized the importance of maritime safety and freedom and agreed on the need to solve the EC issue peacefully in line with international law. This means abiding by the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and other regional commitments signed by ASEAN countries and their partners. The head of Vietnam's delegation agreed with other delegates and said that over the last few years, Vietnam has made a great deal of efforts to ensure peace and stability in the East Sea, both multilaterally and bilaterally, the most outstanding of which was the agreement Vietnam and China signed during Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng visit to China in late 2011. The agreement has contributed positively to bilateral relationship while respecting the interests of other ASEAN members and others by adhering to international laws and regional treaties.
Vietnam earned over $133 million from its exports to South Africa in the first quarter of the year, a year-on-year increase of 80%.
Sharp rises were seen in the export of electronics and spare parts, up 7 times to $15.66 million, Kasunas doubling to $1.6 million, and footwear up 24% to $12.6 million. South Africa is a large potential market with a strong purchasing power. Economic experts have said that Vietnamese businesses should try harder to penetrate this market by boosting promotions and exhibitions and offering discounts to attract more customers. Vietnamese exports to South Africa are expected to continue to rise as the African country is forecast to maintain its GDP growth rate in 2012, thanks to increasing investment in infrastructure and a reduction in unemployment.
Vietnamese aquatic producers have brought their products to the 20th European Seafood Exposition, ECE. The event took place in Brussels, Belgium, from April 24th to the 26th.
The country's display area was one of the largest at the exposition, featuring many products made from basa fish. Vietnam exported 600,000 tons of basa fish to Europe in 2011 and enjoyed an average 30% growth each year in aquatic product exports to this market. The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers took part in an array of activities on the sidelines of the exposition, including seminars and forums to promote Vietnam's fisheries industry. On April 25, a delegation from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development had a meeting with the European Parliament's Fisheries Committee. They discussed the possibility of more cooperation and support in many fields to increase the quality of Vietnamese seafood exports and help the country expand its share in the European market.
A program to introduce culture of the country's northwestern region began at Vietnam Exhibition Center for Culture and Arts in Hanoi on April 26th.
The program, entitled Colours of Northwestern Culture, includes a traditional fashion show, folk games, a cuisine fair, and artistic performances of the northwestern region. Images of numerous famous attractions of this region are also reproduced at the event. Coming to the program, I see the specialties and splendid visions of the region. The natural landscape is superb and very beautiful, and local people are hospitable with their unique customs. On this occasion, a delegation of the northwestern provinces laid a wreath at the Martyrs' Monument in Hanoi and visited President Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum. The event includes 5 provinces in the region: Hoa Binh, Dien Bien, Lai Châu, Sơn La, and Dien Bai. The program will run until April 30, aiming at promoting the development of tourism and the socio-economy, as well as enhancing solidarity.
A local company in the central coastal province of Khánh Hòa put a hot air balloon into operation at the coastal park in Nha Trang on April 26th. Let's see the report.
It gives visitors a chance to see Nha Trang Bay, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and the panoramic view of Nha Trang City from above. The French-built balloon, worth 1.2 million euros, is capable of carrying between 20 to 25 tourists at one time to the maximum height of 150 meters. The balloon, which is fueled by helium and natural gas, is controlled by technicians from Germany, France, and Vietnam. The service is available from 7:30 to 10:30 every morning, with each ride costing between 70,000 and 100,000 Vietnamese dong per person.
And we have covered all the stories for today. Thanks for tuning in and see you tomorrow.